third time's a charm when it comes to filming this video. But we are going to trust our intuition and we are going to move forwards. If you're seeing this video, I want you to know wherever you are at your journey, whether you see this when it's uploaded, whether you see this in 10 months time. Okay, it's the 10th today, so 10 is symbolic of your completion. You are really moving in a state of renewal, in a state of opening your heart, opening to your passions, your gifts. It feels right now like you are being pulled in so many different directions, you know. What is right for me? Should I do this? Should I do that? A lot of you could even be at a crossroads right now. And at this crossroads, it feels like, you know, as I was channeling, I was seeing this mountain. It almost feels like a lot of you have, to get to this place that you are now, climb a lot of mountains, climb and really just keep going with a lot of what you were trying to create. Some of you have tried to be perfect, right? I feel like, you know, I feel this deep sense of like you've been through so many trials and tribulations. You've just got to this place where it's like you've constantly climbed up this mountain, but now you've got to the top and it's like, what's next? I am seeing crows in my vision at the top of this mountain with you, right? And it almost feels like you're in a place of snowfall. And now snow is very beautiful because it means when you see it start to snow, whether you're in a place of snow, there is rebirth, there is change happening, there is new energy that is surging through. But you know, sometimes we feel like maybe new energy looks like this bright and beautiful place, but it doesn't. A lot of you have really burned a lot of what was suppressing your heart. You're going through so much emotional turmoil and you really want to get to this place of perfection, you know, even if it's security, even if it's a home, it's a beautiful place that you can really just be at one with yourself in, you know. But I feel like right now there is a message here of true self-acceptance. I want you to know that you will be receiving very soon, right? And this feels like food, this feels like hunger, this feels something material for some of you. For others, this is information, this is healing that is going to free you. It is going to free you because a lot of you have been in this place of struggle, hardship, giving up on your dreams here. Please do not give up on your dreams. Yeah, you know, I'm seeing so many birds in my horizon, and despite the changes, they are still thriving. You know, despite it being so, what did I say about this mountain? Despite it being so maybe cold, or the seasons have changed, you know, things have happened to pull them in different directions, they're still flying. They're still flying. So some of you, you are getting to this mountain, but something feels so hard. It feels just so like, why can't I get to this place? You are healing and reconnecting with inner child patterns around emotions. Now, this state of renewal is restoration around your body, restoration around your heart. You know, I'm seeing your third eye here, and I see a door is opening. So you're really strengthening either spiritual gifts or gifts within yourself, right? And I want you to know, I know it's very difficult to go through this cycle of rebirth and change again and getting nothing out of it. But I think that a lot of you are starting to awaken to this energy. I'm seeing so many browns, right? So renewal. You are renewing each time you go through this cycle, and you are seeing something greater, whether it's within yourself, whether it's around your environment, whether it's gratitude. Now, I'm not saying that you need to sit on top of a flipping rainbow every day and be in this, like, you know, high vibe, this lucid energy to, you know, have to be grateful every day, because, you know, when true gratitude is with us, it's not just every day, right? It's when we truly and deeply mean it. It's not just waking up and choosing to, you know, write 3 things down that we are grateful for. It's true meaning, and a lot of you are learning this true meaning in life, this true meaning within self. Okay, now I am hearing that somebody wants to apologize to you. Okay, this could be a lot of ancestral drama. I see maybe a bit of family drama, a lot of conflicts around the home. Okay, you know, a lot of people are really supporting you. You have so many guides around you, and I want you to know that even though there is so much conflict happening in the world, happening with, you know, just getting to this one door, something is really coming in, and there is big healing around divine feminine. I will say that, right? They are showing me a lot of like finally receiving your gifts, finally believing. And I know a lot of you are sitting watching this video, if you're still here, and you're saying, damn, I've been waiting for so long, and every time somebody says someone's going to come back or something is going to come in. But what you have to understand, my loves, is true self-acceptance. Is accepting the journey, the things that you've been through, right? Now I'm seeing a lot of family healing here. I'm seeing a lot of messages around the ancestors. And I feel like they're really, you know, I'm seeing the crows as well. It's like the crows are showing me this essence of collaboration, team bonding. Like I see one particular crow, but then I also see a lot of other crows. And this one crow doesn't really fit in. It doesn't really have the same patterns. It didn't have the same gifts, or you know, it doesn't have the same lifestyle choices as everyone around them. But you know, I think that it's important to see yourself, and this crow is really honoring you and honoring your journey. And they are saying, by looking deep within yourself and truly understanding your journey and accepting it as a whole, you know, I went through a lot of this pain, this trauma in my life, right? That doesn't take away from you. That is not taking away from your story. But I feel like right now there is an energy of balance. I'm seeing the yin and yang sign, right? And you are growing. I see this beautiful glowing light white light around your head, around your aura. It's almost like you're expanding, right? Some of you, this is even different colors, but it's like you are expanding this knowledge of, I'm not just my trauma, I'm not just the things that I've been through. And recently I had this development within my own spiritual journey, within my own shadow work, that I will share with you guys, right? Listen, letting go, right? I had to look deeper, and you know, I realized one thing. It was that for so long there was an essence of carrying around my baggage, carrying around this, you know, this bag, this suitcase of just unbelievable pain, and you know, looking at the world from a place of like, I've been hurt, I've been this, I've been that. But I think there is a huge collective realization that you are more than that. You are more than the pain and the suffering that you've been through. Yes, you've had to be alone, and yes, you've had to go through hardships, but in those hardships, you discovered your light, right? In those wounds of feeling restricted with the people around you, with, you know, having to be suppressed with your gifts, your talents, you found yourself, right? And listen, the stag is huge spiritual symbolism to your spiritual journey and everything that you are becoming, every lesson that you are learning, whether it be, you know, through your guides, through your angels, you know, whoever teaches you, whoever you choose to learn from. There is deeper understanding for who you are. And I think that it's really important to honor that, right? We are honoring our pain, our story, by creating a new one. So it's time to change the narrative here, right? Because true renewal, true change comes with a refresh. It's like, again, they're showing me each cycle that you release, it's almost as if this soul, this is renewal that is happening within your family tree, within your own lineage, you know, the roots that you are creating. Because it's not even about your ancestors anymore, right? They lived their life, they lived their pain, their suffering, right? And even though you are healing them, you are also recreating a new sense of self. And as this soil grows, as you grow, the soil becomes richer. But it is true deep understanding, my loves, to know that life comes with challenges, and that doesn't take away from your current journey, from the things that you are experiencing, but you are learning to adapt with life. This is about true joy in life. And you know, recently I was connecting with Hades, right? On a very liminal level, shall I say, right? And one of the things he mentioned was, you know, he said one simple sentence, and it was, why so gloomy? And it changed my whole outlook. It made me realize where we were still swimming in this same stream of pain, of suffering, right? It's time to go deeper. It's time to expand the ocean, you know, to go out and get what you desire. And some of you are feeling really stuck, but true energy of releasing yourself, my loves, from your old energy is understanding yourself. It's healing yourself. And the past is here to guide us and remind us. And I know some people say, oh, well, like the past doesn't really matter because everything is happening at once. And while that is true, while time is an illusion, right, the past is here for a reason. It's here to help us heal. So use the energy around you to understand true self-concept. Use the people around you, right? If somebody is making you feel a type of way, look into that wound, because by opening up this deeper sense of self, and I feel like Lilith is really saying yes, 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 like by deeply understanding yourself and deeply opening up your heart to new energy, by healing what is once was, you are expanding yourself. So you have to look at your life to see what is causing me the restriction. Is it an emotion? Is it something physical? Am I not letting go of something? Because if you want to move, it's going to happen. You know, the action is not really the problem. I think it's sometimes the attachments that we have to different things, to places, to environments, to, you know, want to run away. But running away to a new space is not going to take away the problems that you had. And I saw this recently, you know, I saw somebody talking about how they wanted to move out the country they were in because it was so depressing, right? Now, I'm in the UK and it can be quite depressing at the moment. But somebody in the comments was like, by moving away to another country, yes, you may experience new things, but the problems that you have within you are still going to be the same. They're still going to be there. So, you know, you at some point have to look in the mirror, and let me tell you, it's painful. It's painful. You are going to go through so many ups and downs, but that is life. And life doesn't have to look so plain sailing. It doesn't have to be you moving from one place to another, right? Even though in a spiritual sense, in a emotional sense, yes, you are changing this old narrative of why doesn't anybody love me to I love myself, I experience joy, I'm confident, I walk into a room. And even today on TikTok, somebody was like, isn't that quite narcissistic to be in your villain era? No, it's not narcissistic. It's not narcissistic to want to love yourself and want to do better, be better, to really experience good things in your life. It's not suppressing anyone around you. That is their problem. If they see it as narcissistic, if they see it as egoic, right? Because, you know, just because you love yourself does not mean that you don't have a heart. You know, and I think this is the deeper understanding, my loves, is that you are different. You have gifts. You are here for a reason, to heal, to, you know, change the world in whatever way your path is. And it doesn't even have to be spiritual, right? It's the deeper meaning of life for you. You know, it's true self-acceptance. You can't control what the universe is going to do tomorrow. We could have everything that we wanted today, but what is going to change if we don't change ourselves? If we're not willing to be in flow with the universe? Because some people say being flow in the universe is getting everything that you want. And yes, you will attract new things. But it's also accepting that it's the universe, it's infinite, you know, there are infinite possibilities. And yes, we can control and change our future by our mindset, by our actions, by the things that we put out into the world. We can absolutely change our universe. But the universe isn't all good things. It comes with both light and dark, right? It comes with both yin, yang, you know, I want to be this, I want to be that. Everyone has differences. The world has differences. It's about finding balance. It's about finding peace, self-mastery, okay? I feel like this is very deep, my loves, but somebody needs to hear this, and, you know, manifesting the right people see this, and you will find true meaning of this. And if you do, please like, okay, to let me know that you are understanding that, you know, You are here, you are healing. So I feel like life's plan is changing for you, they are saying. You know, as you change and as you grow, one of the things I've noticed myself is that so will the things that you want. So will the people, so will the money, the job role, the everything, right? The gifts, even the spiritual work that you're doing. To constantly evolve is to constantly change here. And I think for some of you, for so long, you have been in this negative mindset, right? Whatever you want to call negative. I'm not here to judge, because for me, I understand that without our shadow, there will be no light. Without facing the deepest and darkest parts of ourselves, there will always be some kind of suppression. So whatever you see as light and dark is your meaning, and trust and believe in that meaning. But I feel like for so long you have been in this period of suppressing this need to grow. You've been in a job you don't like, a relationship you don't like. Maybe you've left those things, but there is still this energy of like, why is this thing not growing? You know, like, why have I climbed this mountain and it's not really making sense? But Angel, you know, the thing is, at what point are we holding on to this thing that we're working so hard to achieve, that we are not really allowing ourselves to be cleared by the flames? Because flames, they help us burn things out, and a lot of you have been burning yourself out. You have been constantly working hard. You have been constantly pushing this one narrative of, I want to move, I want to create myself a home, I want to be loved. But where have you not been giving that to yourself? And let me tell you, a little cheat sheet, right, for manifesting the life that you desire. It's by looking in towards yourself. It's by giving whatever it is that you're seeking back to yourself. If you want more support, you need to feel emotionally supported yourself. You need to be giving that back to yourself. If you want good love and you want people to truly see the love that you deserve, right, that you deserve to get, you'll need to give that back to yourself. So, you know, what is your mountain here? What is it that you are not allowing yourself to go deeper within? And you know, this card in reverse reminds me of having to go within our shadow. You need to go within your shadow, and it's not easy, but you will come back to the top. It's alchemy. Because when you finally realize what is suppressing you, what you have been holding on to, what have you been just being in this energy of stuckness and stillness, once you see what it is, for example, if you've been feeling a lack of self-love, once you realize that, and you realize maybe this person has been making me feel this way, you will realize, okay, there's a lack of self-love in my life. So now I know that love needs to be more important in my life. Where can I give love? Can I give love to myself? Can I give love to my projects? Can I create a safe space for myself? You're doing something that is burning your intuition out. It's burning this true sense of trust. And let me tell you, trust is the most simplest thing, right? So they say. But you know how long it took me to master the energy of trust? To finally just be like, damn, I trust. I trust in the universe, the divine. And I swear, like, my spirit guides can vouch for this. I feel like they were telling me for such a long time. And in my head, the clogs were not clogging. But once I finally realized that, damn, like, we need to trust, and there is still work to be done here, you know. But once you trust in something greater, once you stop controlling and doing so much out energy, you know, it's almost as if the energy of flow in your life is not being received. And I learned this again recently on my own journey, is that when you're giving so much out, you're not allowing room to come in. You're not allowing new things to flow into your life, because you are constantly pushing this heat, this money, this I need this, I need that. And it's coming to the point where you're now sitting here and you're indecisive. You don't know what path you're on anymore. You're at a crossroads, you're indecisive. You know, you're, you know, doubting yourself even, right? You're trying so hard to build yourself this foundation, but where are you building yourself? And let me just tell you again, the cheat sheet is not building outside of yourselves. It starts within. Once I started to learn that the transformation of getting this beautiful movement going in my life outside of me, the physical stuff, once I started to build within first, everything comes out, right? Because we start from the root and we go out, almost like a waterfall, just like a firework as well, right? A firework starts within and then it comes out. I feel like this is something that you're learning through November as well, you know, as we have a lot of fireworks season. So listen, you have ancestors here that are really guiding you. There are major lessons. Some of you, be more open to working with elders, ancestors, with your own guides, lineage, right? There could be somebody that is really calling upon you. Now, do your research. Do not go looking in places where you have no business learning yet. It takes time to learn, loves, right? But you need to be in this flow of learning to create more movement by standing still and looking within. What I will say is the more that you learn within yourself, the more that you allow the universe to help you and guide you, you will see so many more changes. And this is what it is. To receive in your divine feminine is to take small steps. Whatever you're feeling burnt out about, there could be projects unfinished here I'm seeing. Some of you, it's this energy of like not feeling like you have enough wealth, but wealth starts within, honey. It starts within. Until we start to feel wealthy about our life, about our choices, about who we are, you know, our story. Yes, you may have been left out in the cold in the past, but it's this worry that is really keeping you bound. It's keeping you struggled. It's like almost as if like you are not allowing yourself to see anything different. And listen, Anubis is here, and Anubis is teaching you the sacrifice of the heart, right? The goddess of Mart. The goddess of Mart. The scales, my loves. What weighs deeper, the heart or the feather? In ancient Egypt, they would, once someone would pass away, and I can't remember if it's before they were buried or after, but they would take out the organs, and the heart specifically would be put on the scale of Mart. And the way that they scaled or they tested, I suppose what you would call judgment, right, is by seeing if this heart was heavier than the feather. And if it was, it meant that you did not live a true life. You did not have a balanced life. You know, you could have done misdoings, wrongs. You could have really lived in this really hurt place, you know. It's all symbolism in my opinion, right? And if your heart was balanced, it meant that you lived a good life. It meant that you were able to really go deep within yourself, you know, to understand the scale of the universe, balance and harmony, right? Now, again, it's all symbolism. They're all here messages to guide you. So what I will say is there is a deeper energy here of, are you suppressing your wounds and your emotions so you can move forwards? Because that is not the way. It's not even enough at the moment to just see your emotion and acknowledge them. That is step one. But truly learning from your emotions, learning the way that you have dealt with things, accepting that energy and transforming it is what is going to bring you new. But by allowing yourself to be suppressed, look, the mind may be free, but the feet are not. So it's step one only to master your mind and your emotions. But true balance comes with true understanding of self. And, you know, if we see ourselves as the universe, this is what it is. So there is a new path that is coming towards you. You need to learn to trust yourself, okay? I do feel like a root chakra was there, so please work on your roots, especially if you're dealing with emotions around financial security, wanting more movement in your life. You need to spend some time reflecting here. You have a lot of ancestral wounds, but again, with Anubis comes learning, it comes death, right? It comes rebirth. There is conflict that you need to learn to let go. Now, forgiveness is open. It's not easy, forgiveness. And sometimes we think forgiveness is just forgiving the people that have wronged us. But forgiveness is so deep rooted. A lot of you within ancestral wounds in our heart, you know. But it's not even necessarily about forgiving others, right? Because what I've learned from forgiveness is that it's not always one way. It is deep rooted a lot of the time, and sometimes it's forgiveness for ourselves, right? It's forgiveness for our path, for not maybe understanding the situation, but also forgiveness for them not understanding us. Whatever your conflict is, whatever is causing you so many mental wounds, you know, a lot of you, again, it's this feeling of not being ready to die. You're holding on to old things, you know. By dying, it means that you are rebirthing, you are becoming the phoenix. Now they are showing me this big bright light around your mind, so your crown is really opening up, especially where your foundation is concerned. You're going to have some online recognition, I feel, for some of you. Roots, and then poverty consciousness, your money wounds. Okay, healing money wounds takes time, but as you learn to create a new concept for your life, my angel, for yourself, because that's where it starts, you will begin to listen. The messages are here. You will begin to expand. Now what I'm going to leave you is this, right? Value yourself, find your self-worth. Don't worry about what everyone else is saying, because the deeper that you love yourself, the more people that are going to come like lice, right? And they're going to eat away. These parasites are going to eat away at your core, at your foundation. They're going to put wounds, right, in your mind. I'm seeing worms in the brain. So it's like, you know, they are going to continuously try to pick the wounds that you are trying to heal, but it's the ones that you are trying to heal that is very symbolic, right? It is very symbolic. And I had a vision yesterday, right, last night, of the scalp, and there were scabs all over it, but there was also little flakes of dry skin where the skin had tried to heal. And it's like, by picking at these scabs, you are not really allowing yourself to grow. You're not allowing the healing. And honestly, that didn't really make sense until now. So that was a sign, right? Don't worry about the past or what everyone is saying. You are stepping up, you are stepping out, and you are creating a new version of yourself. And they are correcting me there, because you're not even just stepping out, you're stepping in. True connectivity to self is where you need to move through, and watch the justice pour in. Watch your movement flow once you start to look within. But it is a journey, and you need to be gentle with yourself right now. I love you, okay? Please subscribe, like, and comment. I will see you soon.